Hey, Brian from SnakeBytes here. It occurred to me the other day that what I do here is a lot like running a sports franchise. We're going to take some time and look at the similarities. You're watching SnakeBytes. So there are a lot of comparisons between sports franchise and running my business. One of the things that really comes to mind is the fact that they have to draft rookies. And that's really what the future of that sports franchise is. With me, my rookie of the year might be this shadow ball python. It's a one-of-a-kind snake, and we're not sure if it's going to just be a one-of-a-kind snake or if it's going to reproduce and hopefully produce some more shadow ball pythons. Each and every year we have to look to projects like this in order to make sure that the future continues to get better. We can't just rest on what we have now. We have to always be drafting the next rookie. But let's face it, there's a lot of risk when you come into that, and you certainly need your Hall of Famers like the pinstripe ball python has been for me. So I mentioned the pinstripe ball python, and anyone that follows BHB knows how important that animal was for me. But another animal that I would certainly consider a Hall of Famer would be a piebald ball python. Now this is a pinstripe pied here, but the fact is 15 years ago the piebald ball pythons came onto the scene, and it's really what started the whole ball python morph craze. They were selling for $25,000 when nobody thought a ball python was worth that kind of money. So if it wasn't for piebalds, there wouldn't be the market it is today. And the fact is they're still running strong and sell extremely well, and each year there's a new morph of piebald being produced.
Alright guys, it's Kel's Question Week. Now I'm sure there's a lot of sports fans out there like me, and when game time comes around I got a lot of crazy wicked rituals I do. Like if Team Canada or Montreal Canadiens play, I gotta watch on the same TV, I gotta eat the same food, I gotta do everything the same that day. Let me know what your favorite sports franchise is and what you do to get ready for game time. Text or video comment below, let me know.
Any team that's a good team certainly has a bunch of utility players. Let's face it, no team has a bunch of Kobe Bryants, so this pastel would be what I would consider a real base morph that is a utility player. It's very important to have these animals to breed into the super exotic animals to produce the really cool morphs. And there's a whole bunch of these animals like this: spider ball pythons, Mojave ball pythons, cinnamon pastels, black pastels, and even normal ball pythons are all very important when you're putting together a whole collection. And these are the types of animals that give me the opportunity to go ahead and get those star draft players, or star animals in this case. In the sports world, there's dynasties. Those are teams that win year after year. That's certainly the case in reptiles as well. Ball pythons would be considered one of those dynasties. For the last 12 or 15 years, they have really ruled the roost when it comes to reptiles. Of course, it hasn't always been that way. Believe it or not, 20 years ago, Burmese pythons were the huge thing. Almost everyone got rid of all their reptiles just to have a bunch of monster snakes. And corn snakes have certainly always been there as well. They've had their ups and their downs, but they're always in the race. Just like with sports franchise, there's certainly hot streaks and cold streaks. I'm going to start with the hot streak for us. Individually, this particular animal, it's a pastel calico, is certainly on a hot streak. Last year he fathered 9 clutches, so this year I went ahead and threw 10 females at him to see if he'd outdo it. You guys knew where I was going to go with this one. That's right, boa constrictors. I tell you what, I love boa constrictors, but I just have the hardest time producing them. Sure, I produce a litter here and there, but not nearly the success that I have with most of my snakes. But I'm not ready to trade them off yet. Of course, we always want to be the best that we possibly can be, but let's face it, there's only one team that wins the Super Bowl. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, but there's always the next season right around the corner. I tell you, Kel and George are into this new fantasy snake breeding thing. I mean, I've heard of fantasy football and fantasy baseball, but fantasy snake breeding, you know, it's kind of ridiculous. Instead of doing their work, they're constantly checking their iPhones for who's breeding what kind of results. It's ridiculous.
Breed, you stupid mother. Breed!
Oh yeah, new clutch, 12 eggs, baby!
You know, I breed snakes for a living, so of course I keep these statistics for myself. But I've never went online and actually looked at other people's and compared them. It's ridiculous.
Ooh, I just traded for the banana ball, baby.
I don't care. My killer clown's gonna kill it this week. He did not breed worth his last week, so it's going down.
Yeah, I keep all these statistics that they track. I mean, come on, it's my livelihood. I have no choice but to keep these things. They're doing it because they're They're nerds, I guess.
Hey, don't you dare touch my one molester fire. He's my starter for this week, and if you cheat, I will report your to the league office.
Why don't you just relax, okay? I'm not a cheater, I'm just doing my job, okay?
You're a cheater.
George, I am whooping your so bad, I don't need to cheat, okay? I got like 300 clutches already, okay? I'm so far ahead of you. It's a no-win for you. There's no way of even catching up, okay? So back up.
All right, George. Got a proposition for you.
I will trade you a Cinnawinner for your Pastel Super Stripe and a Snake Beat.
Hey guys, what the hell are you guys doing on your cell phones? Oh, don't even freaking tell me that's that fantasy breeding. Are you... Guys, look behind you. This is real snakes, real breeding. What the hell are you concerned about what other people are breeding? Seriously, guys, get back to work. This is a joke. The problem is that these guys are obsessed. They're not doing their actual work. I have to take their cell phones from them because they were constantly just checking up on the stats, seeing who's better than one another. We've got actual snakes to breed, and all they want to do is this fantasy league.
Hurry up, hurry up!
I was leaving last week for the week. I didn't check it though.
My soul sucker is ready though.
Alright, hold on. Yes. You gotta be kidding me. That guy from the draft, Harry old one. I wanna see this guy. Let me look at his profile. Oh, it's loading. Julie.
Hey, I know you like fantasy football. Why didn't you leave fantasy snake breeding to us, huh?
Harry old.
Fantasy football. But I don't like fantasy snake.
Oh.
Okay, Harry old dude. Harry old doesn't own a computer. So what am I doing? Send him by
Let me see your chest. Let me see your chest. I don't think it's because it is his chest, but he doesn't own a computer. He can't even type.
I knew the only way that I could actually stop them from being interested in this was to go in secretly and start my own profile. Hey, George, Kel. All right, guys, here's your phones back. You know I didn't want to have to do that, but your work really does come first.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, but we're over it.
Really? Who ended up winning?
Some guy named Harry old bastard.
Yeah, we thought it was Chewy at first, but ended up not being him, so we have no clue who the guy is.
That's too bad. For this week's Comment of the Week on the snake breeding episode, the question was, what happened to George? And Reptile Mad 43 said,
what I think happened to George is he went on a hunting trip to Australia. When he was hunting, he came across a koala bear. He tried to have sexual intercourse with the bear, but the bear had other ideas. It attacked George. George reached for a stick to defend himself, but the bear punched him in the face 100,000 times, and George pounded the bear until it died. That is what caused his black eye.
that's unbelievable. You nailed it. The only thing you messed up is a koala is not a bear, and we would never kill a cute little animal like that. Until next time, you guys keep sending me creative comments. I'm going to feature you on a future episode. So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And over on our SnakeBytesTV Facebook page, I want to give a huge shout out to reptilefreaks.no. Those guys are having a hard time over in Norway with some crazy reptile laws where they can't even keep stuff. So we need to show them support. Until next time, this has been Snake Bites.